How's it going, guys? Nappa here. Before I get into the video, I want to kind of give an explanation as to why I haven't had any content lately. Um, really, I've been recording videos. I just haven't liked the way any of them have turned out, so I've been deleting them. Because I either tend to go off on tangents that really don't have anything to do with what I'm talking about, or, you know, I go too in-depth as to what I'm talking about, and the video goes from like a 5-minute topic to a 20-minute video. It's just something I've always been like that, Uh, And that was one problem. And then the other problem was I didn't really want to know what I wanted to do with this channel. I mean, I got a lot of free time on my hands, and as such, I got a lot of different interests. I mean, anything from racing RC cars to flying quadcopters to motorsports to video games to, recording videos, all these different things. And I didn't really want to pinpoint one of them and make content exclusively about just one thing. But I kind of knew in the back of my mind, like, I know not a lot of people really want to see, like, a jack-of-all-trades mishmash channel. But after seeing a few other channels on YouTube that are kind of, exactly what I want to do with my channel, and, seeing how they've worked out, I figure I'll give it a shot. Anyway, I want to talk about PC gaming and how it stacks up against, like, console gaming and whatnot. Because a while back I made a video called Why I'm Making the Jump to PC Gaming, and, that was one of my most viewed videos as of lately. But I've owned a gaming PC now for about half a year, maybe a little over, and I just kind of give my thoughts on it. So I guess we'll go over the positives first. And one of the main reasons most people would ever switch over to PC is for the mods. And I gotta say, mods are a great thing. They add so much replayability, so much extra life into a game. I mean, just a whole new layer of content. Um, and that is definitely a good thing in an era where games are shipping with less and less content. It is definitely a good thing when you can download mods that will add hours of playtime. I mean, it really makes it feel like you got your money's worth when you can continually extend your playtime by downloading user-created content. The next positive is PCs are actually really simple to build. I didn't expect this. I thought it was going to be a pain in the butt building a PC, but literally everything's plug and play. I mean, everything has a cord, and those cords all have a place on the motherboard to plug into. It's just a matter of plugging them into the right place. Now, yes, PC components are kind of fragile, and they're kind of weak to, like, static electricity, and you gotta be careful in that aspect. But as for actually figuring everything out, simple. Very easy. The next positive is definitely free online play, okay? Sometimes I'm not really in the mood to play online. In fact, I've been playing online games less and less. I've been playing a lot more single-player games or strictly co-op games. But as for, like heavily multiplayer-focused games like Battlefield or Call of Duty or Rocket League or anything like that, I haven't been into them, And on consoles, I've always kind of felt like, do I really want to buy a $60 a year subscription to play co-op with just a couple friends? Do I want to really spend $60 a year on the off chance that I maybe want to play a Call of Duty match every now and again? And on PC, I don't have to do that. I can buy a game, whether it be multiplayer or have a co-op function, and I don't have to worry about playing it right away. I don't have to worry about how often I play it. I can hop on and I can play it whenever online because I don't need a subscription, and there's no money wasted if I'm not playing it. And that is a really good thing. It's a money-saving thing, and, it just makes me a lot more comfortable making a game purchase when I know I don't have this $60 subscription, hovering above my head when I'm trying to play it. Now, the next positives is something you might not have expected me to say, because when you think of exclusives, you think PlayStation exclusives, Xbox exclusives, But I gotta say, PC has some of the best exclusives. It really does. BeamNG Drive is an amazingly fun game just to screw around with. That is the kind of game that I can turn on and play when I'm trying to waste a half hour before I'm waiting to leave somewhere. Really fun game, and it's an experience you wouldn't get on consoles. If you like racing games, NASCAR 2003 season, Hands down, best racing game I've ever played, and it's only available on PC. If you like shooter games, PlayerUnknown's Battleground has taken the gaming scene by storm over the last few years. I mean, even the NASCAR driver Brad Keselowski's been tweeting about this game, man. It is super popular, and it is coming to consoles soon. But as of right now, and as as long as it's been out, it's pretty much only been on PC. And it is a fun game, man. It's like the DayZ formula done right, you know. Uh, if you are looking at just another good screwing around game like BeamNG, Garry's Mod. Garry's Mod is an incredible game. I haven't played too much of it. I've kind of been neglecting it in favor of other games, but Garry's Mod is so great. I mean, just so much to do in that game, so much freedom, so much hilarious stuff. Very good game. So the exclusives of PC that you can't play on console. Oh, and The Sims. How could I forget about The Sims? The Sims is an amazing game. And yes, there have been some console ports in the past, and yes, there have been some mobile versions. But if you're not playing the real thing on the PC, you're not playing The Sims. It's a totally different experience. Now, the final positive I want to say is that PCs are extremely repairable. Okay, and the reason I listed this last is because it also kind of ties into the first negative I want to talk about here in a minute. But yeah, if something goes bad on a PC, you literally just pop it out, take the cover off your case, pop the part out, put in a new one, you're good to go. Whereas if something breaks on like a Xbox One, PS4, 360, PS3, whatever it may be, you pretty much either have to send it back to get it fixed or buy a new one. And so being able to repair a PC is definitely a plus. But like I said, that ties into the first negative, because the first negative is diagnosing a hardware issue on a PC is hard. Okay? Especially if you've never really dealt with PCs. Now, I race RC cars competitively every weekend, okay? And when my car isn't handling right, I can usually diagnose what the problem is. If my car is pushing, well, it might be camber, could be I got the wrong springs on there, could be my dual rates. There's a few things I gotta go through, but it only take a few minutes before I figure out what the culprit is and get the car handling right. But if I have a piece of hardware that's starting to kind of malfunction and not work as it should on my PC, I mean, it's nearly impossible to diagnose until it completely dies altogether. Because most basic problems on a PC that you could have stem from pretty much, like, they could stem from pretty much every possible piece of hardware on your PC. For example, my PC, one problem I've always had with my PC is micro stuttering. Every now and again, my game will freeze for just a quick second, maybe 2-3 tenths of a second. That's it. And then it'll come back. And that is something that they call micro stuttering. Usually micro stuttering only happens when you're running 2 graphics cards. I only have 1 graphics card. And literally, I've asked everywhere, I've read all kinds of forums, and literally people have said, oh, it could be the RAM, oh, it could be the motherboard, oh, it could, excuse me, it could be the processor, oh, it could be your monitor even. And there is so much trial and error in, diagnosing a PC issue. Even more so if you're having a software issue, it's so much trial and error. And if you're not computer smart like I'm not, that is a pain, dude. It is a pain. Yeah. So the next negative, and this might be the last negative unless I can think of something else. The last negative is optimization. When a developer makes a game for a PC, or not a PC, when a developer makes a game for a PS4 or an Xbox One, they know exactly what hardware is in the PS4 or the Xbox One, okay? There's no question about it. So they can program those games to run as good as they possibly can on that hardware. But the thing is, everybody's got a different PC rig. Everybody's got a different graphics card, processor, different brand of RAM, different motherboard, different drivers, different, And because of this, they kind of just have to generalize their games when they're optimizing them, and it doesn't always work out very well. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds runs like crap on my PC, and I know it's probably because it's early access, but I've had some full release titles that run like crap. Tom Clancy's, how was that new game? Wild Grounds? Tom Clancy's Recon Wildlands, I think is what it was. That game, literally, it would run fine for like maybe 4 or 5 minutes, and then periodically I would just get like 5 or 6 second lockups where the game would just freeze. And it turns out that this is just a thing with NVIDIA. Like, if you got an NVIDIA card, that's it. You know, that's what your game's going to do. And as far as I'm aware, I haven't tried to play it in a while now, but as far as I'm aware, the issue still hasn't been resolved. I remember Battlefield 3, when that game first came out, I remember seeing all kinds of videos on YouTube about how it was freezing up on overclocked processors. You know, if you had one in your rig. I've had so many games that are just so poorly optimized on my PC, and, you know, that is an issue that you don't ever really face on console. But yeah, that's pretty much the video. I mean, really only 2 negatives and, you know, multiple positives. I would say PC gaming is superior to console gaming, in my opinion. And this is coming from someone who owns a PS4, who owns an Xbox One, and I like the Xbox One and PS4. I like those consoles. I like what they have to bring to the table. You know, I still play them, I still use them, but I'd have to say PC probably takes the cake. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. More videos in the future, probably. I'm thinking about doing some vlog-style videos. I know, not like my old vlogs, where it's just like me talking about something, because, like, this would be, you know, 2012 me would consider this a vlog. But no, I'm talking about, like, documenting, you know, doing interesting stuff, that kind of vlog. So, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.